hole, see?
Hello, everybody. This is Sister Mary and Brother with Homesteading Heaven.
Haven.
Homesteading Haven. We're not in heaven yet, but we are installing a log catcher, a 25-ton county line wood splitter. So far there was already 2 holes there, honey.
Yep, they're threaded holes.
And they are threaded holes, and all he's doing is just threading in the bolt.
Trying to. It's hard to hold this thing the way I'm doing it. It's actually a 2-man job. Hold on, I gotta rest my back.
All right, there's the 2 holes right there.
I know where the holes are. It's hard to hold something that weighs 20 pounds in your hand and hold a bolt with the other hand and line it up in the threaded hole. So we'll get it though. Whew. Can't see it. All right, second attempt. I don't know why it's being so difficult, but it is.
Do you want me to screw the bolt in, or you want me to hold the rack?
Hold the rack, please. Let me get around the other side where I can rest my back a little bit. Some of you might already know I hurt my back here a while back. And there, now I can see. That makes a difference. I guess 2 hands is better than 1. That won't start, so I ran it through a while ago, but it's being contrary. Honey, there you go. There you go. Why is it being so hard? Well, whew. Well, let me run this bolt back through again. Where'd that flat washer go? It's just being a horse's patoot, but we'll get it.
So explain to those who are watching who don't know what it's for.
It's a log catcher. Man, I got water all over me. It's a log catcher. When I'm splitting wood, when I split a piece of wood, I can just lay it right there on that rack. If it needs to be split again, I can split it again. Or I can stack wood on top of it and split it, and then throw it in my tractor bucket and carry it inside. But right now, this rack that has threaded holes in the beam, and they're really close tolerance. Whoever drilled them and tapped them didn't create any relief on the outside part of the hole. So when you don't do that, it's really hard to get a boat started. But we'll get it. We just have to work at it. Let's see, it's trying to cross through it. Yeah. So we ran it in and out a couple of times, and then we'll make another attempt here. Just being contrary.
See all the wood over there on the pallets? I can walk over in a minute and show you how much is already accumulated.
Come right here and hold this for a second. Please. I can't see. There we go. Have to make sure my arm's not holding it out. I don't understand. That's pretty tough. I can get it in when I put the impact on it, but I think all it is the racks. Holding it out because we don't have it perfectly straight. I'm sure my arm, honey, you got to press against it. Don't let my arm shove it out. If you do, it won't go. Oh, man. I ain't never. Pull out on it a little bit, just a little, so I can maneuver it here. Well, yeah, you wouldn't think they would make something this hard to do. Don't push in on it. Don't, hey, hold it up straight. Even with that hole. Even with that other hole. Gravy. Well, you gotta hold it still. Can't move it. You gotta hold it still. Sorry. I'm just trying to instruct Mary. She can't let it move. I ain't ever. I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. I can get on it. Cross ready. Yep. I cross-threaded that one, obviously. I'll end up having to get another bolt, but I had to do that to get the other side in. So I can't, just so you'll know, I can't stand there and hold that like that for an hour trying to get it off.
So not easy on older folks.
I'm fixing to get a wet rear end here.
It rained last night, so
chairs.
John sit down in the chair.
I sat down in a chair and it's full of water.
It's full of water.
but I can't help it. I'm almost 61. I'm overweight. Give y'all this little sob story here. And I'll go back to that hole across thread and pull it out. See if I can get it in straight here in a minute. But I've never seen one with that kind of tolerance to it. It's just ridiculous what they did. I can get it started about the rack on it, but lots of difficulty getting it started with the rack up there. And this one's doing the same thing. It don't want to start. And I have to get one of them in straight. Just let me have it.
Now you can see, having to hold it up with one hand and screw in the bolt with the other. Not easy. Wasn't even easy with two people trying to maneuver.
It won't cross thread every time I try it. That one didn't cross thread though. But I gotta get this other one out. Hopefully I ain't boogered it up too bad. And get it in straight. Where was you at 2 minutes ago?
Out there. We need
Too
to.
late now.
Alright.
I cross threaded this one bolt. I didn't have no help to hold it up.
I did help, but it didn't help.
I don't know if I ever get it in straight. I probably boogered it up so bad.
Can you get it out?
I don't know how bad I boogered it.
Let's see.
Pretty good.
Did you?
Couldn't help it.
Well, it would actually, if you had a nut to put it in before you put it in there.
I did, Jeffrey. I ran it in there 4 or 5 times.
I meant before. Oh, the
We're
nut.
on camera right here, so.
Okay.
You're on camera right here right now.
But the nut floating on?
I'm gonna walk over here to the wood pile and let them discuss about nuts and bolts.
No matter what I tried, I couldn't get it straight.
So what John has done, and that was his brother Jeff, what John has done is taken several pallets. I'll show you how big the wood pile is. Now we live in Tennessee, it's 2024 and it's already at the end of February. So here's a $2 pallet that was kind of all broken up, so he's not going to use this one. But at our local lumber store, you can go and get, well, it's actually just a farm store. You can go and get these pallets for about $2 a piece where they're not going to use them. They call them, they're going to scrap it. But there's enough farmers around here in this area that we live in that you can buy these pallets for about $2 a piece. And that's what John did. He went in there the other day and I think he bought 20. And all of this wood is wood that will be, let me show you where it's coming out of. Well, it's back up there where they are, so I'll wait till I walk back up there. But for those of you who have been watching, you know the man that brought a bunch of the wood. So some of this is from that, and it's wood that came from a local milling company. So it's wood pieces that they can't use. It's, parts of a log that they've already cut off and they don't need it, so it's scrap. But you can pay about $80 for a big load of that, and John's been processing it, which means just cutting it up, and now we're stacking. Right here, this has just been dumped by the tractor, but they were starting out stacking it. So I don't know if they're going to continue to stack or they're just going to keep dumping. But look right here, is this oak and cherry right here? I know what this is. It is my goodness, I can't think. Now some of you men that are watching, y'all are going to know. It's the Christmas tree kind of tree. This right here, you see all this red in the wood? I can't think of what it is. Anyway, so let me back up some. It's quite a bit of wood right here already. So he's not going to be going up the driveway like he did this year and a couple of years prior to. That's what he's always done, is put some up in the front, and he's also put some right here alongside the driveway. He's not going to be doing that. He's going to be putting it on the pallets and leave it right here, and then as we are using it, he will bring it around to the side of the building and stack it up there to continue to dry out. But anyways, I don't know exactly what their idea is, but I do know that you can't put wood straight down on the ground. If you do, that lower run, it will rot. And if you leave all of this too long, you know, like year after year, it will rot too. But this is already for the winter of 2024. It's already started. We do have a cold spell right now. Already got a fire going again. And got jackets on. You saw Jeff, he had a toboggan on. John had his little working jacket on. But anyways, we've got this wood over here. They have dwindled that down because it was a lot bigger than that. So John's brother has been here for a few weeks, and he'll be here for a few more weeks, and they are working together on getting some of this wood done while he's here. No leaves on the trees yet. It's still in the early spring. Hazel has got her something. Yes, she heard me. Hazel's our little brown dog right there. She heard me. She was digging.
We got half of it. I'll get the rest in a minute.
They're still working on it, so we're just gonna walk around. Let's go see if we can see our little goat that's down here. Dogs are already barking because I'm coming this way. The next project around here is getting the plastic on the greenhouse. So it will be ready to go. And that will be in the next couple of weeks. Gonna have to wait until it warms up so that plastic, once it is fitted over, the sun will heat it up and it won't be loose. And a few more things that I've thought about doing. Jeff, which is John's brother, he built these a little bit ago, these planters, and I'm going to paint. I'm going to paint both of them. One is up by the house in front of, well, it's actually in front of a well house, but I'm going to paint this, and I'm going to paint the other one. I'm going to bring both of them down here. And it won't sit right here on the corner. We'll make sure it gets moved. But the greenhouse is ready to go. I'm excited about that. Also, we had a few of these oil containers. And John had taken 3 of them. He's left the plastic units for me. And he's even talked about using this, cutting it in half, and putting that down on the ground. So it will have a bottom on each side. And he's talked about cutting it in half and letting this be planters that sit on the floor of the greenhouse. So that would give me 4 if he's able to do that. These are 2 right here, and there's actually 1 more up there by the building. Now, we've got this one left. And I had asked him not to use this one because we can take this out, and I'm going to zip tie or with a rope or whatever I can figure out, and put I'm going to use this cage as connecting my jugs, and whatever can be planted in a jug, it's going to be zip tied or tied, and I'll secure it. And maybe, I'll with any homesteading or with anything that you're doing, it is all by trial and error. So that's what we're doing. We're going to see if we can use this unit right there for planting. Let's go down here and look at Brownie. She's my goat. Yesterday, I wish y'all could have seen her. She got out because the fence has been off. Now right now she's wrestling around with one of the dogs. And she will talk to us though. Brownie. How are you, girl? It'd be nice if she would, yes, cedar. Thank you, Sister Joy. That's exactly what kind of tree that was. Cedar. I knew it was, I was trying to say citrus in my head, or cypress, but I knew that was not correct. Cedar is the kind of tree that was. All right, so this little goat, we call her Brownie, and she is nothing but a pet. Roxy and Lulu, always. She had a little feed earlier, so I don't want to give her any more. Look at her sticking her nose through. There you go. Rear back on him. Let's show everybody how she got on top of Roxy a few minutes ago. Because Roxy, look. Roxy tries to get on her, and she's like, nope, you're not going to bother me. Brownie is not that old. She might be a couple of years old. But she is a sweet girl. So Roxy's trying to play with her. She don't like that. Look at the scenery over here. Yes, Roxy. Look how beautiful that is. Is that not beautiful? Bye, Brownie. Let's see if she'll talk to me. Bah! Bah! She's not going to. Just like a kid. When you want them to do something, they won't. But if you don't, they will. Brownie. Roxy and Lulu, behave. These two are so jealous. She'll probably start making noise when we walk off. Okay. Let's go see if they have done. So apparently this is going to be wonderful to have that log catcher. Okay, they're in the shed. They're in the shed. Never mind. I hear them talking. That means that they are getting a bolt or whatever they needed to do. Wild onions. Can you see that? There's your cedar trees, 2 of them. There's another one up there by this brush pile. There's 2 brush piles here. Well, this is a tree root that they cut yesterday and rolled over here. This right here, some of it we're going to use for some kindling because it will burn real easy. But they were pulling trees out of this pile yesterday and cutting it up. That's part of what we were looking at just a few minutes ago. So there's quite a few cedar trees. I see a few more. I'm going to watch the mud. The cold weather is about over, and spring will be here. Time to garden, get all your property picked up from the winter, anything that's fallen, or, you know, spring cleaning. You have to do spring cleaning outside as well as inside. Here's some more of those pallets that John got. And he'll be putting that out. He wants 2 or 3 wood piles before next winter. We went through quite a bit of wood this year. And I know some of you have already seen, but for those of you who have not, he has filled up 3 of those cages that I was telling you about. The side of the building, guys, is used for when I do have 2 rabbits over here, but it's a lot of hutches for when we have rabbits or even baby chickens. They are over here. Not right now, but that's what I use it for. See these crates? And then what is stacked right there. Here's the other planter up here by the well house. We can go see the chickens too. Thank you for everybody who always comments that you do like seeing the animals, the cats, the dogs. The goats, the chickens. This one right here, we call her half tail. So the one with a half a tail is a male, and that one right there, they are brother and sister. She's a girl. Yes. Anyway, here's the other planter. Gonna have to clean it out and get it moved down there. My chickens have started to lay eggs. Excited about that, but we've only got a few eggs so far, so. This is where the wood was. That's what's left that is ready. But see how all of this was down? A single layer on the ground. My dogs up here are barking at the cat. So he had started picking up a few pieces off the ground, but he said we're not going to put it down straight on the ground like that. Again. It's not funny, but you are aggravating the dogs. She don't care. Or he don't care, because this is the male kitty. All right, John has come back out. I think they were trying to undo. I don't want to encourage Brownie to get out, which is the goat's name. But she is watching us, and I believe this is where she's been getting out, is right in here. I know you can't see her, but I'm walking toward her right now. Hopefully she'll be good and just stay in. It's hard to believe yesterday was 60 degrees, and today it already feels like it's in the 40s. I think it's going to get back down into the 30s before this cold spell is gone. That is Tennessee weather for you. You never know if it's going to be, not until you're just completely in the summer, and then it gets in the 90s, and you've been complaining it's so hot. But with the winter time, early spring, man, it can be, especially right here, getting into spring, it can be 70 degrees one day, and then like today, it's already in the 40s. She's being good. She's staying over there. Yep, I'm ready when you say you're ready.
I'm ready. I'm done.
All right. We want an illustration. Thank y'all so much for watching.
This thing over here is for welding rod, man. This part, that's here.
I got it leaning the right way too.
Yeah, to roll it. Keep the video.
I can pile it up right there with stuff like this.
Yeah, the small stuff. Are you gonna about the square stuff too?
And then I ain't got to bend over to.
You know, you
I ain't got to sit in that
You
chair.
can stand right here, or you can sit right here.
You don't want to sit there. You get a piece of wood that pops,
Well, that might be.
hit you right in the chest. She's got the camera on.
I want you to demonstrate.
Demonstrate.
He
Sure.
ain't done nothing yet. He's still looking at it. Sizing her up.
I'm not much of an unpaid actor. Now you throw some bucks my way, and I'll put on a performance.
Oh man, listen to that. Listen to that.
You have an audience.
You bought a bigger pig or something, didn't you?
Alright. Let's see if she'll fire.
We should have found a part of that.
Redneck Logie. My recoil's messed up. be so dry down here in the summer, you be like a big stick of paper. This is not recommended wood for burning in a fireplace or anywhere else because it's just like paper. This is copper, and it's not a good wood to burn in a wood stove because once it dries out, you might as well be putting cardboard in your stove, and it will burn your house down when it gets too hot. So I don't recommend this. We do use it, but we don't put a lot in at one time. We put a little bit in at one time. That's safe. You definitely don't want to put a bunch of this in your wood stove. I'm serious. It will burn your house down. It burns just like paper. This is red oak, real good firewood. Explain to them why this is like this.
So the majority of this, most of you already know, you saw the other video, but this was brought to us, and I've already said it earlier in the video, but John didn't know. This is pieces out of some wood. It's just different wood, but he was talking about poplar wood being, it will burn too hot, and it will burn like cardboard. So, yeah, we put a few pieces in to start the fire, but after that, you know, you're putting your oak, you're putting your different wood in there with it. So, he did not cut this down. This is just being processed because it's been delivered. It was paid for by actually our pastors. It was paid for. They just wanted to see if this would help us out a little bit. It was quite a bit delivered for $80. So yes, we are thankful for that blessing. And John's doing the due diligence to get it processed right now. But like he said, you're not going to use, he knows the difference between a lot of the woods. So inside he has it separated. So I know what he starts the fires mostly. But this year we have had so much trouble out of our wood stove and the pipe trying to catch on fire a couple of times this winter already.
These are waste cuts. They're what's left over after they cut a beam.
There you have it. I think he's pleased with the rack. It's on, it's holding the wood. And he's definitely pleased with the 4-head splitter, the 4-way splitter. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna get ready to go inside. I'm cold. But I've told them bye, so I'm walking on in. Everybody stay safe, stay warm, and remember, when you love the Lord Jesus, greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. God bless you, and until next time, this has been Brother John and Sister Mary and Jeff, for the meantime, on Homesteading Haven.